Support a local cause you believe in when you open any new checking account at Washington Trust. Whether it's providing housing, ensuring no one goes hungry, or teaching tomorrow's leaders, we'll donate $25 to a local nonprofit on your behalf and give you $200 after 2 direct deposits. So open the checking account that's good for you and good for your community. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC.
Hello, one, hello, all, and welcome to some Friday night. Okay. This thing where it's coming out of the computer is not right. It's really screwed up. I'm hearing double games.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Oh,
Can you hear the game? Not at all. Hold on.
the only thing I can hear is
Is what?
your laptop comes alive sometimes. Now I got a little something.
What? The game?
Maybe it's really quiet. No, I don't know. It's just that.
Hey, everybody. All right. Greg.
I didn't do it.
All right. We are.
Hello, Hello, everybody. No time for introductions, you all know, and here we go. We'll start first. I'm going to assume there's no score in this ball game. The venue, East Providence High School league game. Both teams come in at 1-1, and they do it in very different ways. Husero back to pass, fires it down the near side. It hangs up there, and nice defense by the receiver for the Bulldogs there, as it was a little bit underthrown. I am the voice, Greg Morano. I got Dave DeAngelis, Ben Barber, and Patrick Wiley. 321 Media, they're our owners. They're running things tonight. We got multiple sports going on at once. But for me, it's always just the blue and white, really. Bulldogs set up. Calvin Hill deep in the backfield. Jake Cannon near side. Hill gets it. Cuts to the outside, uses that strong, stiff arm. Holy smokes, leg strength and stiff arm right there. Bought him 4 extra yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. On Portsmouth's side of the field, the Bulldogs would love to get an early game score. I brought so much information, folks, and we're not going to get to any of it. But what we are going to get to is this beautiful game here we got. Hill and Usero making a few adjustments here. The cadence, 2 receivers near side, snap. 3-step, fires to the far side, and it is batted away. Good job by Portsmouth to get their mitts up in the air. If you don't get pressure, get your hands up. And that is going to bring, I do believe they're going to go for it. Well, that's a heck of a spot. That's a 1st down. Was there a flag on the play somewhere that I do not see? 1st and 10 from the 20. Bulldogs nose of the ball at the red zone. Flag must have been far into the backfield. Huge break for the Bulldogs. At the ready. Husero has it rolling near side. Fires on the run, wide open, and he walks into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Husero to Williams. Couldn't have scripted any better wide open. That was literally like a 50% half-speed play, it seemed like to me. Bulldogs start on fire. Down the field they go, in for 6, and get set for the extra point. And Williams will go from receiver to kicker. Up, and good. The Bulldogs with 7. So a 7-0 lead, Westerly early on here in the first quarter. 10:41 to go, East Providence High. 3-2-1 Media, bringing it to you as always. We're going to take a quick break and be back for kickoff. And here we go. It took the Bulldogs only about a minute or 2.5 minutes to score. Not sure actually what really happened to give them the ball where they had it, but one would think it was either the great return or a turnover by the return by the Bulldogs or the turnover by the Townies, and they'll get started at their own 30-yard line. Again, Duarte is their quarterback. He's been for a couple of years now, and they run the flex bone, so he's either going to hand it off to his fullback right up the middle or ride his belly so you can't see the ball. And then he's either going to give it to him, he can take it back and follow him, or he can take it back and try to get around the edge. And if you cover that, he's got a pitch man as well. So it's like a triple option, maybe even quadruple, but it's not as hard to defend as it sounds. It's rule football, responsibility football. If each of these guys takes care of their one responsibility, the option can't really function. So that's what it'll come down to here is defensive discipline. And the middle of the defensive line's got to make sure they came ready to play. And That's going to be a nice push. Still on his feet. 15 yards, and that's what you got to watch out for there. Bulldogs have fallen victim to that in the past. First down on the first carry, about 15 yards. It's not much of a surprise what they're going to do here tonight and attempt to do with the Bulldogs. Break the huddle. Two wide receivers near side, one to the far side. One back in the backfield. Motion back. And he gives it to him up the middle. And, oh, he kept it. He fooled me. Lost a few yards for keeping it. Should have given it to the guy up the middle. And that'll make it second down. And let's check the spot. Good. 13. So he lost about 3 yards. They do not pass the ball often at all. So the Bulldogs are going to have to button up and get ready for a battle. It's going to be the exact opposite. Like time of possession is funny because the Bulldogs could come out of here with a lopsided victory and lose in time of possession because the goal of Portsmouth here is to keep the ball away from the Bulldogs because you see what just happened could happen. And he keeps it this time again. He shouldn't have. That's a loose ball. And there's a lot of Bulldogs. Finally, one of them decided to fall. And I do believe he fell on it, and it is Westerly ball. Major pressure up the chute, forced the fumble. Huge, huge play. And now have a chance to take a 2-possession lead. They'll have 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line heading in. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it on the first play. It's mistakes like that. This Bulldog team is for real. I'm not being a homer. I'm being a realist. I really am. They have a Husero back there and Calvin Hill, the third. Those two in your backfield as your tree trunk and the talent of all of his branches. It's enough. It's there. Straight back. He sees the hole up the middle. Husero takes it himself, lowers his shoulder. Doesn't want to do that. And that's a head to the. That's the crown of the helmet to the chin of Husero. Husero pops up. That should be a personal foul, one would believe. He most definitely led with the crown of his helmet. And we'll see what the officials call that is what it's going to be. So that's going to give the Bulldogs, that'll be half the distance to the goal, so they'll have it just inside the 10 with a fresh set of downs. And that's right where he places it. So the Bulldogs in business. 9-yard line, 1st and goal to go. Seems like a little frustration maybe already on the Portsmouth side. Especially if you're at home on a Friday night in a huge league matchup. This is a big game. A little delay on the field. Did someone call timeout? It's looking like they did. And they did. Bulldogs rolling at the moment here. Trying to stretch their lead. And we got a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick break and be back at East Providence High School for this. And we are back here. Husero, the handoff up the chute to Hill, makes the cut, and he is going to bulldoze his way, runs him over at the goal line. Will not be denied, and this Bulldog team off the bus came ready to play here tonight. And I take the blame here, folks. Nobody even corrected me. I figured it out myself. I have called East Providence Portsmouth a couple times. They play on the road against Portsmouth next week, and they're red as well. So I've realized that they won't be Portsmouth anymore. So it's East Providence. And they're trailing by 13, and they're a bit frustrated at the moment. This Bulldog team came to play. Kick, extra point. That looks a little finicky there to the left. No good. 13-0 to score as the Bulldogs will get set to kick again. And as I said, they head to Portsmouth, another tough game next week. Couldn't have started this thing off any better. And man, oh man, did Calvin Hill put an exclamation point on that touchdown. And he reads the field so well, and I love that with that cut back to the backside, because that's always where a big play ends up. And he sees the field open up, and you don't want to be that one guy waiting for him. He's definitely not the type of running back you want to wait for, because he will go right over you. Set to return. Number 1 for the East Providence Townies, Isaac Rodriguez. And the kick is up. Down, really. Got it. Tries to get around the corner, gets a little edge. Got room. And he is on the run. I don't know if the Bulldogs are going to catch him. And they even it up just like that. I didn't see any yellow on the field. And special teams. I heard him in game 1. They improved in game 2. And now right there, first points on the board of the day for East Providence come via the kick return by number 1, Isaac Rodriguez, who I had just mentioned, the aforementioned. As the Townies get set to kick. And the Bulldogs have a lot of two-way players. They don't have a huge lineup, so things like that are tough. Now you get the offense going right back out there on the field. And that kick is no good. 13 for the Bulldogs, 6 for the Townies. And the Townies will get set to kick for kickoff here to the Bulldogs. Again, we are early on in the first quarter of this thing, a lot of scoring. So the Bulldogs really kicked themselves, stepped on their own toes, really. We'll see if they can force East Providence into passing situations, because they're definitely comfortable running. When you have a quarterback who has more rushes than pass attempts, that's where your scouting report starts. So now the Bulldogs offense, who has not struggled yet here today, will take the field again and will be asked, which, I mean, this Bulldog team is going to ride the backs of their offense all year long. But they have a quality defense as well, and their special teams, they have the ability, they just got to tighten up and continue to tighten up. The kick. And the Bulldogs will get it. I don't know exactly where they're going to mark that. All right, so it was out of bounds in illegal procedure, and the Bulldogs will get it. I think like the 30-yard line is where they get it, maybe 35. Bulldogs not back in Westerly till the 3rd. Then they hit the road 3 in a row, and then 3 in a row at home. Checking their plays. Trips to the near side. Now 2 wide receivers on each side. Empty backfield. There's a whistle. Husero takes a snap. Lets the route open up. He's got a man wide open, and he drops the biscuit in the basket. You can't throw a better ball. And I do believe that was Daniel Cummings. The connection these two have, the fact that he knows exact speed of Cummings and where he's going to be after so many steps in his drop back and where to drop that ball, and the ability to throw a ball that far and full speed in stride over his shoulders. You cannot run and place a ball in a better spot. Bang! The Bulldogs answer the kick return for a touchdown. Their offense says, nope, we're too good for this, and right back at it. 19, looking for the extra point, Caleb Williams. And that is up, and that one is good. That'll make it 20-6 Westerly as they answer quickly and fashionably. That was a pretty play, boy, let me tell you. And this is a dangerous, dangerous offense. I mean, they can run the ball as well. They can do a lot of different things. And that's a real good way to paralyze the home team's offense a little bit, fans a little bit, because momentum obviously swung on that kick return. Well, they swung it right back. We are looking at the fans of Westerly that ventured up to East Providence here tonight. And for those who don't have huddle, I hope I can give you at least a good idea of what's going on here. That's why I'm not using any of my paperwork. I put it almost all away just because you guys can't see anything. And the kick is up. That'll be caught and bobbled, but he's out to the 20. And that's where he'll end up, 20-yard line. Both teams come in 1-1. It's funny because the Bulldogs lost. All right, so Barrington, they lost 235-18, and they defeated West Warwick 32-28. So this is a quality squad because West Warwick is also a quality squad. They've been involved in the close games, so the pressure situations, and they prevailed in that game. So this isn't some kind of a game where you're going to be able to let up by any means. Back in their bone. Oh. Snap hands it off right up the middle this time. Big surge. Look at this. And they're all going for the ball, but he brought that forward 9 yards. It's been kind of stupid mistakes for East Providence. That's why they're frustrated, but I don't know how you stop that last touchdown pass that Hughes throw through, let me tell you. East Providence, 1st and 10, 31-yard line, heading out. And they shoot the gap up the middle this time, and they take him down after a gain of about 1. Bulldogs shot their linebacker that play, and perfect call for the situation. Damon Uber doing a nice job, as always, co-captain. And big miscommunication in the backfield. Ball's loose. If the quarterback was able to hang on to that, he wasn't. The Bulldogs have it. And this is where you can start creating distance. Holy smokes. The middle of that defensive line blew that play up. Quarterback never got a handle on the snap. Almost able to re-secure it, but there were just too many Bulldogs. He couldn't hold his position and gather the ball. And again, the Bulldogs forced a turnover. So they got a big play touchdown, and they forced 2 turnovers. Maybe 3, because at the beginning of the game I missed. And here we go. The Bulldogs back on offense, 32-yard line. Husero joined in the backfield by Samuel Brimlow, co-captain, along with Jake Karen. Brimlow's blocking. He throws to the far side, and a whistle blows that one dead. False start. Someone a little eager. First flag against the Bulldogs that I've seen. This is a big possession. It really is. This is a statement possession. On a Friday night, every high school football player that's playing gets amped. If somebody in your league comes to your field, you get more amped. If you go down 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, you get less amped. Trips, far side in that bunch. Karen in the backfield. No, Brimlow in the backfield. It's back to pass. Steps up. There's a little hole. Nope, tucked it. Stays on his feet. Great field vision by Husero to cut back to the near side. I'm going to go ahead and take that earbud out that just went off. 2nd down and 9 to go. Escaped a big loss there, he really did. Tried to step up. The offensive line is doing a decent job of giving him a pocket and then a little area to throw through. He's blocking far side, hits his man right at the sticks. We'll see the spot, and I think he's going to get it. Tough angle for me to make that guess. And he's a little short. They'll make a run a 3rd and a half a yard or about a yard. $6:10 to go in quarter number 1. And roll out near side. Fires, cross the body, back in front of the end zone. Was that caught? It went off their bodies, both of them. I don't think that ball hit the ground. That went off one Bulldog to the other. And it did. Touchdown, Westerly. Holy smokes. If you got huddle or you got instant replay, there's your play of the year. Throws it across his body to the goal line, right at the goal line. And it went off of the chest of a Bulldogs receiver into the hands of another Bulldogs receiver. 1st and goal at the 4. No, that was a touchdown. What am I saying? Extra point. Kicks up, and it looks good to me. 27-6, the Bulldogs. 5:39 to go in the 1st quarter. Buckle up. We might be here for a while, folks. We're going to take a quick break.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Dunn's Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
Welcome back, East Providence High School, and things are rocking. That is, if you're a fan of the visiting team, the Bulldogs, and that's where I'm giving you the call from. So it's 27-6 here. It's the 1st quarter, and we missed the first beginning of the play, maybe beginning of the game, maybe 1 minute of the game, and somehow when we started, the Bulldogs had it right around the 20-yard line, and they ended up putting it in the end zone, so we knew they got their first score that way. And they have forced 2 turnovers. They have given up the only score on a kick return, which is something they really need to definitely attend to as the season goes on. But as far as an offense, they play fearlessly. There's no nerves because they can do it in so many different fashions. And they have obviously just the utmost confidence. The skilled players on this Bulldog squad are phenomenal. They really are. I mean, and their ages, and I don't want to get it. It's going to be this pocket here of years. The Bulldogs really need to grab their state championships because they have the quality. It's early on. Bulldogs playing defense, and buried are the Townies. And emotionally, the Townies need a pickup here. I mean, this is a long 1st quarter. So, I mean, you're down 21. You're not a passing team. Are you a big play team? You're a big play team in the terms of that 9-yard surge run. Can you break a run? Absolutely. But the defenses are going to be called according to the score as well. So, checking in late. Same formation we've been watching. Bulldogs show blitz, and they take it right by his man and gets punished for it. There was a blocker, but he didn't let him get through, and nice job on the defense there by the Bulldogs. Is that Caleb Williams? Sure was. There was a guy who was there that was supposed to block him, but Caleb wasn't having it. Backs in their own end zone, 10-yard line. Second down, 12 yards to go. I mean, based on just dead speed combined with dead accuracy, like that Cummings-Usero combination is something that some teams just will be unable to stop. Huge stop by the Bulldogs there. Gang tackle, first on the scene. And he's going to pop up, and that's going to be number 67 for the Bulldogs, Caleb Bradford, who's been starting at defensive end this game. And the Townies take the line. Motion to the backfield, and he's going to drop back to pass. Come down the near sideline, and he's in a great job of defense, breaking it up. Jake Karen, the captain, jumps at the perfect time, gets all ball, and that is going to make it 4th and long 12 from their own 10, which means he's going to kick from like the 1 yard line, and that shortens the snap. I used to snap at 12 to 14 yards. I mean, so let's see here. Where the Bulldogs get it, they should get it with good field position. His heels are on their side of the field. If you're the Bulldogs and you're on the line, defensive line, I would stay completely away from him at the moment. If it was a closer game, I'm aggressive. I'm not the sit back, lay back guy at all. But they have an enormous lead, and they're in a perfect position to add to it. And they're going to go easy, unblocked, up the middle, and he blocks it. He went unblocked. You have no choice but to block that and score a touchdown for the Bulldogs. They created a seam for him. He went right through it. I don't see the number just yet. I'll get it. And I don't got anyone with me to help. What a play. The offensive line just created this natural gap, and he couldn't help it. He didn't even have to dive. That was blocked by his belly. And the Bulldogs land on it for a score. It's 33-6. It is quarter number 1. Holy smokes. I've been waiting all day for this thing. I started looking stuff up at like 5:30 in the morning. I got all this paperwork and stuff. It's all irrelevant. Everything's just not valid anymore because this is incredible. I mean, this is a good East Providence team. I almost said the other one again. And the extra point's up, and the Bulldogs doing a nice job after that one missed extra point. 34 Westerly, 6 for East Providence, getting set to receive the kick. We'll take a break.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
Welcome back, everybody, and everything roses if you're wearing blue and white. If you're wearing red and white, it's almost emergency time, and it's the first quarter. And they kick off. They'll get a decent spot. And runs by the first 2 guys. And that's 3. And he gets the edge and pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets down to his own 40, to the Bulldog 44-yard line. So East Providence shows a little life. Crowd wakes up a little bit. We got a lot of football to play, a long game ahead. So the Bulldogs got to stay focused. I mean, I can't really get over that throw that to Cummings, that combination, him and his brother, that combination. It's going to be so much fun to watch. They're part of this sophomore class that I mentioned. Caleb Bradford, he's playing starting defensive end. This sophomore class, they're the champions in Pee Wees. They played together forever, and now they're coming through, and it just continues to come through. And if you don't get enough football tonight, or if it's not competitive enough, we'll see how the game plays out. There is a triple header tomorrow. Old Hopkinton Road, Westerly Pee Wee football. 3, 5, and 7 are the kickoff times. And you'll hear, Mo picks up a fumble and goes. And there's a flag down. And we'll see what the flag is. And he dives in the end zone. That'll be a touchdown if that flag doesn't bring it back. But I do hear a lot of whistling in the back. Like, don't go so fast type whistling. So I'll sort this out. Yeah, 1, 3, 3, 5, and 7. They got a couple teams competing for another Super Bowl appearance. Seniors been to 3 in a row. Juniors just came from 1. The Micros came from 2 in a row. It's just a lot of good football in town, and it's a great time down there. And I want to make a shout out to Joe Vaca, the legend that built that down there and made it what it is today. And now we're just turning it into a little football machine up here because we got some talent on this varsity squad, let me tell you. You got this 2-year window with Husero that less than a state championship this year. I got to think is going to be disappointing to them. That's not how every team approaches the season, but you got to think. So they might be switching everything around. They are, the turnover and all. I think. Huge swing of events. So before the fumble, there was a penalty, and that gave East Providence the ball back. And you'll see the motion. Hand off to the deep back, and he has wrapped up 3 Bulldogs. First one, Caleb Williams on the scene. Number 55 for the Bulldogs, Damon Uva. 2nd and 11 or 12 right now. The Bulldogs are playing responsibility football. They're all handling their responsibilities. I'll tell you what, though, he really hasn't pulled it back and going around. We haven't seen one pitch option yet. It's been very limited what we've seen on offense in reality. I mean, we've seen a couple trap plays. Some pretty direct handoffs to the deep back. They ran a waggle. Tried to get the corner out. Couldn't connect. One man in the backfield in the bone. Motion. And he'll keep it. And they got him from the defensive end. Kalen Bradford up to the task with a big hit. The sophomore. Crashes and takes him down for a loss of 1. And that's it right there. Great defensive end play is stifling this Townie offense at the moment. I mean, it's still the first quarter. I can't even believe it. 2 minutes left, I believe. I got a little look at it. Motion. Keeps it. Throw back. Through blind. Picked off. They're going to get their 7 anyway. He just flung that in the air blind. And I am going to see as much as you guys, folks. Out of bounds at the 16-yard line, so the Dogs do it anyway. Great defense. If you're not going to get to him, get your hands up. The batted ball falls into the Bulldogs' hands. He kind of just turned around and flung it. He really did. I mean, I know that it was a throwback, so that's kind of what you have to do. So you can't really chastise him. The whole idea is the whole flow of the play is coming our way, one way, and then he just suddenly turned jump throw. And that's exactly what he did. But there was a Bulldog there to tip it, a Bulldog there to take it, and that's the 3rd turnover. And the Bulldogs are moving again here at the 19, 18-yard line. 1st and 10. We got 2 wide receivers to the wide side. They're playing from the far right hash. Hill in the backfield. The official explaining a few things here. Alan Husero into the game. Far side, wide receiver. And that should be on the defense. They're going to blow it dead anyway. It was a handoff to Hill. It's going to be encroachment on the defense. That'll be a free 5 yards for the Bulldogs. 1:49 to go, quarter number 1. 34-6 Westerly. 321 Media bringing it to you. I am the voice, Greg Morano. Dave DeAngelis producer, director, owner, handling things with me here tonight for me. While Ben, Ken Collins, and company are doing the Charo game at the studio. It's a good night. Throwback. And that's what essentially they were trying to do. He sneaks under 2 defenders to get not only the first down, but about 6 more yards. And they are down to the 5-yard line. First and goal as they'll drop the sticks. There's something on the ground in the middle of the field. Not sure what it is. Hill in the backfield to the left of Husrow. Takes a snap, gives it to Hill, cuts it up, straight up, and in the end zone for another Bulldog touchdown. Effortless for Hill. He's just a monster among men. I mean, he's a brick. He's solid as a brick wall, and he can read and cut, and he just gallops his way into the end zone. Bulldogs, holy mackerel. And they're going to look here to extend it to 41. We are almost done with a quarter of football here. As the Bulldogs get set, and here we go. Extra point is good. 41-6 Bulldogs. We'll take a quick break while they get set to kick again. Sore leg for the kicker. Back here at East Providence High School as quarter number 1 has drained down below a minute finally. Kickoff scooped up at the 15. They've given up a kick return for a touchdown. They've turned it over 3 times though, and it's really cost them being the Townies, and they'll get started about the 16-yard line. Something good's got to come out for them before the half. Because otherwise, you go to the halftime down any more than this, and there's a flag down on the play, holding on East Providence. That'll back them up. And that'll back them up a little bit further. This Bulldog defense is extremely stout. The only points given up are on kick return. This is explosive. This is beyond explosive. I mean, anyone can do math, and if the game played out 4 quarters at this intensity, what the score would really be. And that's pretty incredible. Under center. Motion in the backfield. Hands it off and immediately met, but drags forward pretty well. Number 52, however, on defense takes him down, and that's Devin Smith. Oh, that's Devin Smith. So it'll be second down and about 5 for the Townies here. Will they run the play? This will be the final play of the quarter, as long as there's no flags. And the quarter is over. And after one, holy smokes, folks, the scoreboard is not inaccurate. It is absolutely accurate, and the Bulldogs have 41, and the hometown Townies have 6, all Bulldogs so far. We'll take a break, flip sides, and come back with more action.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
And we are back, getting ready to start quarter number 2. By the numbers on the scoreboard, you would not think only one quarter has been played, as there was 47 first quarter points scored. 41 of them by the Bulldogs. Husero starting corner on the near side. Motion, back set. No motion to the near side, and he is going to keep it and get ripped down. Helmet comes off, but that was all legal. And there is just nowhere to go. He drops the ball in absolute frustration. Jailbreak style. The Bulldogs take him down. Got at the 18 going out. 3rd down and 9. I do believe there is a certain score differential where the clock will begin to run. I actually think we're on it now. I'm not really looking at the clock. No, it's not running. So, not yet. I think it's in the second half, actually. It comes in play in the second half if there's such a large deficit. Motion to the back, and he'll take it himself, crossed, and he'll gain a couple, but not much. And that'll bring up a 4th. That was a curious call. Nice job by the D-line. Calvin Hill with the stop, a big stop, but he's holding his ribs. You know, I don't like that. It's 4th down, about 4 to go. 4th and 5. I mean, this is a game play right here. I hate to say it, but I mean, you got to punt it, and you can't. It's only a quarter number 2, because if you give it to Wesley there, that's not helpful. But again, the Bulldogs should have it on the East Providence side of the field. He's able to get the snap down, blocked again. Out of bounds it goes. Bulldogs will have it at the 17, 18-yard line, 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Holy smokes. 2 blocked punts they got. And when it rains, it pours. This Bulldog team, a group of monsters came to play tonight, boy. And that big win versus West Warwick at a tight 32-28, you wouldn't have thought, you would never have thought this. Brimlow in the backfield. And look at the far side, we have a whistle and illegal motion on the Bulldogs. Full start. I'll back them up a little bit. I suppose they can afford that at the moment. Never good, never looked highly upon. Bulldogs, Hill back in the backfield. Trips, bunched up to the short side, near side. Husero takes it. Drops back, screen pass. Hill's got it. He's got blockers too. Holy smokes. And boom, all the way down to the 10-yard line. Just shy of the first down. Well run. Screen play. Nice job by this offensive line who's put together this season. And they've had to learn to play with each other, intermingling parts. A good, solid state championship offensive line requires cohesiveness. And this line has just gotten tighter and tighter every game. And I can't imagine them not continuing to do so. Out of the backfield, Hill. Huso makes the call. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Hill. He does. And he bobs and weaves up the hashes all the way inside the 1-yard line. Bulldogs have it first and goal from the 2, I guess it would be now. Out of the gun. Cummings in the backfield. A new look. This is all he had ever played, if you don't know, folks. Daniel Cummings coming into the last year. He's going to roll out to the far side. He might be able to tuck it. And that's what he does. And he waltzes into the end zone for a Westerly Bulldog touchdown. Holy smokes. I should have just put that on recording and hit play. This has gotten a little bit crazy, but this Bulldog team is impressive. And they're impressive here tonight. And the coach is running out there. Oh, possible injury. But that will add another 6 to this Bulldog score, giving them 47 extra point pending. This has happened so quick. This has happened faster than I've seen in a lot of high school football games. I've seen college games where you can accumulate this many points as quickly, but kicks up. Besides that one miss, he's been dead on, and that is another Bulldog point, 48-6. We'll go on break and be back.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Whether it's across town or just across the hall, no job is too big or too small for Easy Does It Moving and More. Sean and his team put people first, making your move safe, smooth, and stress-free from start to finish. For a move made simple, go with the name that says it all. Easy Does It Moving and More. Call us today at 401-545-6078 or go to easydoesitmoving.com.
And we're back, everybody, here East Providence High School. Friday night battle, but it's not much of a battle thus far. This has been a thrashing here. The Bulldogs off the bus on fire, came ready to play, and they are firing on all cylinders. We have just pretty much started the second quarter of this thing, and we have a 43-6 advantage. 37-point differential. And, oh, my gosh, on the far side, a big hit. And he picks it up at the 1, and he's brought down back in the end zone. They're going to give him forward progress. It can't get worse. If you're a Townie, they got the ball at the inch-yard line with their whole back in their own end zone. And they're a run-only team, send everyone. Holy smokes. Bulldogs making it happen. I don't want to say catching the breaks. They're making it happen. Did they move them out at all, or are they really buried that deep? They are buried that deep. You got to make a decision as a deep man on the receiving team whether you're going to come up and catch that ball moving forward or whether you're going to know it's going to get into that end zone. But this is most definitely not what you want if you're a Townie. I mean, I think they're going to look for a little bit of room here with a quick handoff right up the middle. Bulldogs thinking the same thing, and that's exactly what they did. Not much gained, but at least out of the end zone, they're at about the 3 or 4 yard line. So second down and about 6 for the Townies. Clock is stopped. I'm not sure why. Oh, no, we picked back up again. This quarter moving along at a much more reasonable pace. And the handoff in deep in the end zone. They took a chance there. Spins out of a tackle. Gains a few yards out of it. Still going to bring up a 3rd and a long 4. And they're in a spot that, I mean, I don't know at what point do you not punt. Not this deep, clearly, but I'm pretty confident if the Bulldogs put in another one, it'll open up the second half with a running scoreboard, which means touchdowns and injuries, stop the clock, but nothing else. Third down, and they call it 2. And they go to the short side, and he's going to get the first down and gets them out to the 20-yard line. Nice play by the Townies. That was Kyron on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Absolutely shell-shocked this Townie team. You can see the players on the sidelines as well as you can't hear the crowd on their sidelines. And you could early. Under center, hands off deep man, and he's got a little room. And he doesn't quite get the corner, but he gets 12, 13 yards. So there's no quit. They're still playing ball, and that's going to move the chains. More importantly for them, unfortunately, Wesley's going to get the ball. But they got to get a stronghold on time of possession if they want to pair this thing. I mean, the Bulldogs haven't even reached elbow deep into their bag of tricks at all. They haven't needed to use Hill out of the backfield. There's a lot. Inside handoff taken down by Hill. Oh no, that was number 54. Correction, Kobe Champlin. Second down and 6 to go. And in with the play, in no hurry. I mean, like I said, I don't know the approach that you take here. You definitely want to try to get one in before half, and I don't know who got the opening kick, but try to be the first to score in the second half. It's little things. You got to win little by little, win the second quarter, win the third quarter. But, wow, a little jailbreak. Can he get to the edge? He's going to cut it up. And he is hit hard from behind by Daniel Cummings. That man does it all and only gains about 2 yards because of it. He can do everything but sell popcorn, that kid. Let me tell you right now. I think he ended up with like 11 touchdown receptions last year, a couple rushing. I know he had over 1,000 yards, 1,100 maybe, as a freshman receiver, and he had never played receiver in his life. The Bulldogs shoot, and they give it to him right around there, able to bring him down right around the line of scrimmage, maybe gain a 1, just inside the 40 to the 41-yard line. 4th down and 4 to go. For the Townies. We're down to 3 minutes or so. The first quarter and the second quarter quite different. So the Bulldogs picked the perfect spot to shoot last play. And this is a big one right here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And a stop would allow the Bulldogs to extend it even further. Bulldogs all up in a bunch, not afraid of the pass. He's going to step back and quick kick, no return is what they're looking for, and that's a nice job. And he does it. He's able to catch it in return, though. 40. Can he get to the edge? Karen with it. Needs that one block, couldn't get it, and is taken down. Is he all right? Sometimes those grabs from the shoulder pads cause knee injuries, but a nice play by Jake Karen. They'll have the ball at the 42. There's 2:26 to go, so this Bulldog offense is going at it. I mean, they're not going to let up this drive. It's the first half of the football game. You cannot do that. I'm not saying they're not going to run the ball as opposed to go deep or whatever they want to do, but there's time to score, and they're going to attempt to capitalize. Big number 59 doing a great job on the offensive line this year, Ryder Anderson. Cummings to the near side with Williams. Defense jumps, hard count by Usero. Gets him 5 free ones. I'll tell you what, one thing about this game, folks, is this is going to wake up the state of Rhode Island. They're going to be talking about Westerly Bulldogs football after this. They'll be in all the newspapers, and this is the team that coach is going to start paying attention to now. Back to pass. Fires over the middle, just overthrown. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Girls volleyball team improved to 5-0 last night. First in the state, and they are on fire. They're a good team. Several All-Staters on the squad. Preseason player of the year last year, Lila Oth. Preseason player of the year this year, Lila Oth. Going to Manhattan University, Division I. And the handoff coming near our side. Hill has it, follows his man right up to shoot, and that is going to get him the first down and more. The clock is low now, though, so what do the Bulldogs do? Timeout Westerly. Yeah, they want to. No, they're just going to go back to the line. With the clock running, if this is their approach, you'd think they're going to fire it into the end zone one time. Nope, East Providence calling a timeout. They didn't like the look of it. That's weird. Trailing by that much, but you didn't want to add to it, so. We are moments away from halftime. And we are back. It's funny because with Hughes Rowe at quarterback, the ball's at the 43-yard line. 11 seconds left. You kind of figure cut it in half and maybe you'll have a chance. Flip of a wrist. There's no doubt in my mind you can get in the end zone one shot here. But would the smart thing be cut it in half? Probably would. Let's see Cummings on the near side. Safety's departing and there are 4 receivers out. He's rolling. Rolling. He's going to hang on to it. And he flung down inbounds. And I think the Bulldogs will let it run off now. Oh, it's dead at 2. I'll let you know what's going on when I know. And the first half is over, folks. And to say it's all Westerly is quite the understatement. I'm the voice, Greg Moreno. We are 321 Media, bringing you a Bulldog thrashing right here up in East Providence. We'll go for a halftime break and return for some second half action.
Support a local cause you believe in when you open any new checking account at Washington Trust. Whether it's providing housing, ensuring no one goes hungry, or teaching tomorrow's leaders, We'll donate $25 to a local nonprofit on your behalf and give you $200 after 2 direct deposits. So open the checking account that's good for you and good for your community. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
Hi, I'm AJ Trott.
And I'm Jeff Swiderski with AnnieMac Home Mortgage's Momentum Group, your trusted partner in the home buying process.
At AnnieMac, we can strengthen your offer with our innovative program, Cash to Keys, giving you a competitive edge by allowing you to make a cash offer on your new home.
Together, we've helped over 1,000 families move into their dream homes, and we'd love to do the same for you.
Give us a call today at 401-486-0853 to get started.
Provides medical, dental, and behavioral health care to over 10,000 people a year, even when they can't afford to pay for the care they need. The cost of providing health care services has increased, and the grant funding we receive doesn't fully cover the cost of patient care. We, like other community health centers across the country, count on community support to keep our doors open. With your help, we can keep serving as a safety net for your neighbors. Will you help us invest in our mission?
I'm Dale Sold, the owner of Shoreline Painting and Cabinet Refinishing. My vision for the company has always been to elevate paint contracting. When you call, you get a live person. Typically, we have estimates out the same day. We have really good communication with our customers daily. We make sure you're completely happy before we leave the project. We service residential and commercial customers. The commercial work we do is typically more community-oriented. We just completed a expansion of our shop. We added 3 more spray booths to allow us to increase capacity. You can find us at 77 Stillman Ave in Pawcatuck. You can find us on our website at shorelinepaintingri.com, or you can call the office 401-834-1684 to book an estimate.
Support a local cause you believe in when you open any new checking account at Washington Trust. Whether it's providing housing, ensuring no one goes hungry, or teaching tomorrow's leaders, we'll donate $25 to a local nonprofit on your behalf and give you $200 after 2 direct deposits. So open the checking account that's good for you and good for your community. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC.
Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's who we are. Local communities made up of customers, families, and friends. Business owners invested in helping their communities thrive. Dedicated employees committed to giving back in ways that go beyond banking. If your banking relationship leaves you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozwoski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Duns Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Whether it's across town or just across the hall, no job is too big or too small for Easy Does It Moving and More. Sean and his team put people first, making your move safe, smooth, and stress-free from start to finish. For a move made simple, go with the name that says it all. Easy Does It Moving and More. Call us today at 401-545-6078 or go to easydoesitmoving.com.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Duns Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Duns Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Support a local cause you believe in when you open any new checking account at Washington Trust. Whether it's providing housing, ensuring no one goes hungry, or teaching tomorrow's leaders. We'll donate $25 to a local nonprofit on your behalf and give you $200 after 2 direct deposits. So open the checking account that's good for you and good for your community. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to East Providence High School. The first half, it was entertaining if you're a fan of the visiting team. Some nice halftime festivities they had here in East Providence, where the band and the cheerleaders and the flag and dance line and parents came out, and that was all great. But I don't know what you do or what you tell your team at the moment. With the score being what it is and you're not being a passing team. That being said, you got to give credit where credit is due, and this Bulldog team is playing. And I can't say all facets because they do have that. I always hold my breath a little bit on kick returns. I have for the past 4 years. They've gotten better. Not our kick return, our kick team. They've gotten better, and I'm sure they will again this year. But they've, I think, given up 3 now, and this is only the 3rd game of the season. So clearly, there are things that Coach Pizzato and his staff will work on, forcing 3 turnovers, excellent blocking, running, he's been flushed out of the pocket, he's thrown a little bit, but he's done a nice job of maneuvering and throwing across his body, hit Cummings with a bomb, just absolute beautiful throw. It's just been done every other way, and I think they really shocked this East Providence team coming out of the gates. And this Bulldog team just seems to be getting better every week, and they're not nearly, I said earlier, elbow deep into their bag of tricks. They have so many plays. We haven't seen so many deceptions. We haven't even seen one counter out of them. They can put so many people in the backfield. They haven't even used Hill, who is their best running back. They haven't had to use him, so why? If you don't need to, don't. I mean, don't overuse them anyway. I mean, you know what I mean? They got to get their touches. But defensive ends, all the defense, are playing responsibility football. They are doing their job, and that's all you need to worry about when you're playing a bone team. I call it a wishbone team. I don't know, flex bone, whatever they call it now. But you just got to follow your responsibilities from the lead back to the tailback to the quarterback. The quarterback hasn't even tried one time to get around the edge and make a pitch out or anything. Let's see if they try to stretch that play out a little bit here in the second half. Bulldogs, I think you can see the offense tighten up a little bit. You'll see tighten down a little bit. I think you'll see your starters here in the 3rd quarter for a little bit, but not too long. I don't know the rules on the clock. I think there may be rules as far as score differential and time running. Our Bulldog cheerleaders are currently performing to a much more happy crowd. This has been a barrage. It really has. It's almost 40 points scored in the first quarter. The second quarter flew by, but the first quarter must have felt like a nightmare if you're in red. Bulldogs hit the road again next week. Excuse me. And I think I'm still live. I don't know, but I'll keep talking. It'll be interesting. We're going to see more running plays, obviously, here in the second half, but the Bulldogs won't go that far away from what they normally do and what you've seen thus far. I don't know if I'm live at the moment exactly. So this second half, I would imagine, is going to, the pace of it is going to move along a little bit. The Bulldogs have done a nice job as far as penalties go. There hasn't been a lot of penalties. They've secured the ball well. I think they missed one opportunity in the red zone and scored the other 7, 6, because that Cummings catch, they were never in the red zone, and Caleb Williams as well with a great play for great run, catch and run for a score. Kalen Bradbury doing a nice job at defensive end, the sophomore. And they challenged him at first. They knew he was there. Your other option is to go after Calvin Hill, and I'm pretty sure they didn't want to do that, and they haven't really tried. And I don't think whenever they have, they haven't been successful. So as halftime's winding down, and the Townies are trying to cook up some kind of plan to at least make it look more respectable and get your players' self-confidence up a little bit. These are young men, kids. So if they They lost the second quarter only by 6 points, technically. So if you're a coach, you tell them, all right, now we got killed in the first quarter. We only lost by 1 score in the second quarter. Let's see if we can win the third quarter. And then let's see if we can win the fourth quarter. And then going into the week, you have something to work with. But this could go sideways on them, and it could be the exact opposite, and it could flip the whole season. Players are back. Officials are back. I think we're a couple minutes away. Two minutes left in the half, if they run it. Haven't seen much cramping, which is good because it's a warm night. But generally you see that towards the end of the third and the fourth. I don't know actually who won the opening toss because we weren't live for it. We soon will, though. The Chargers are taking on Rogers. I don't know the score, but that game's being called right around the corner here. Now it looks like the Bulldogs are going to get the ball back. And they are, so let's see how this all plays out here, folks. That's quarter number 3, week 3. Bulldogs will get possession first. And they'll get the ball ready. Here's the whistle, and here we go, folks. The kick is dropped short off the hop. Corrals it in and makes the cut up the middle. Spin move and brought down, but not before he gets to the 35-yard line. Daniel Cummings on the nice return. Bulldogs with good field position. Get things going here. Start off quarter number 3. Flag down on the play. Back the Bulldogs up. Looks like a hold call. And they'll get 1st and 10 from way back. 13-yard line, they'll place it. Brimlow in the backfield with Usero. Hands it to him. Follows his blocker. He's got room. He's cuts up the middle. And the ball hits the floor, though. And I do believe the Townies have it. And that's a quick turnover, first play of the second half. And that's not what you wanted to do coming out of the locker room. Great job by the Townies. Defensively, that's all you can do. That's what you got to do. You got to go after that ball with like a jackhammer. And but you got to know that on the offensive. They're going to be pounding at that thing. So what started as a great run turned into 1st and 10, and let's see if they can pop something in quick here. Clock is running. Motion, and he'll give it to, on the floor again, and that one could be the Bulldogs. No one wanted to jump on the ground. Finally, they got it back, I think. About 8 players tried to pick it up and got it dropped. Who landed on it? I honestly think it's going to stay with them, and it is. The Bulldogs had about 3 players that just needed to fall. It's going to be second down, and that will back them up 3-4 yards. Second and 14. Bulldogs are just outmanning them right now on every facet. Great play by the defensive line. Because if your interior defensive linemen don't come to play against this team or a team that runs this offense, you're in deep trouble. Great job by the defensive ends. Because if your defensive ends don't follow their rules and their responsibilities, which are black and white versus an offense like this or a wishbone, anything of the sort, if you follow your rules, they're not going to beat you. And both sides of the ball, whether it's been Hill, whether it's been Williams, whether it's been Bradford, have done their job from behind. Just got it off the screen. Big hit to the original line of scrimmage, but paid for it. So I do believe the Charahoe game has come to a finish. Bulldogs defense has, to say the least, been up to the test. They've had a great game. I haven't seen Jack Speranza unless he is in a different number. But all the numbers that I see are identified. Passing play and rolling out, no one there. Fires, finds a man. It was a waggle. And the crossing route, he found him, but still going to bring up a 4th and about 6. It's really the only route that comes out of an offense like that. There's several, obviously, but when you're at the high school level, you see that one of like 3 or 4 different waggle routes. And 4th down and a long 6, maybe 7 to go. Obviously, 4-down territory. East Providence takes the line. Bulldogs will be at Portsmouth next week, for about the first half of the first quarter, I was calling them. And he's going to follow his man. And there's the hole. That's the dangerous play that I've been waiting all day to see them follow him through the hole. And he does. I mean, they use that against us the past couple of years several times where instead of handing it to that front guy, he's your blocker and just burrow behind. And he did it there for 6 points. And they will get in the end zone for the first time since quarter number 1. (43-12) to score. Bulldogs will receive after the extra point attempt. And it's down. The Bulldogs try, and it's good. And that'll give them 13, so 43-13 here. And I'm not sure of the exact rule or number, whether the clock will continue to move. And it looks like it's being put back. No, it is moving. So a quick answer by the Townies. They get set to kick here. And that was the crux of the problem, I thought, if there was any, would have been the quarterback keeping the ball and shooting that gap, because 2 years ago, I specifically remember them doing that very well. And I mistake them for Portsmouth because they run a very similar offense. And around the corner, nice yardage on the return all the way out to the 40-yard line. Bulldogs starting position tonight has been just unbelievable. It's either in East Providence territory or it's somewhere between the 40 and 50. Bulldogs take the line. Jake Karen, Daniel Cummings on the near side, Calvin Hill in the backfield, Husero making the calls. Williams on the short side, throws it near side. Cummings has it, splits the two, and it's tough to sketch him. And able to wrestle him out of bounds off screen, but man, he is tough to stop. Bulldogs answering quickly. Hill in the backfield, trips to the wide side, far side. Karen near side. Takes a snap, gives it to Hill near side. A stiff arm and a half around the corner. Shakes the man, breaks his ankles, and another hit from behind. You are not stopping him. In the end zone he goes. I don't see any flags. And what a run by Calvin Hill III. He was not to be denied. It started with a stiff arm, then a little shimmy, put the man down with no contact, and then bulldozed the final guy. Gotta love that football. And how quickly this team answers. They didn't even take they took a deep breath, and 3 plays later they're in the end zone. This offense is one of Westerly's finest. And that is up and good again. So having a nice day off the foot again is Williams. And that'll get the clock moving again. 54-13. Take a quick break. Be back for the Bulldogs kick.
Hi, I'm Neil Anthus, owner of Sound Financial Partners. We're a full-service financial planning practice dedicated to optimizing your investment, tax, and cash flow strategies. As fiduciaries, we always keep our advisory clients' best interests in mind when making recommendations. Whether you're preparing for retirement or growing your business, we're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Ready to start your journey to financial success? Visit us at our Westerly office or give us a call at 401-642-4333.
Welcome back, everybody. 321 Media bringing it to you. I am the voice, Greg Moreno. We are live at East Providence High School right now. The Townies are hosting the Bulldogs, and they have a little gap. Again, he slips to the ground. The Bulldogs got to be careful on these returns. And that flag for that late little touch by Uva, I was thinking that might happen. Hopefully no injuries caused out of it. But that'll be a personal foul against the Bulldogs, who are starting to get a little sloppy in the second half. And that is going to give plenty for the coaches to work on. Two mistakes are what cost them their 13 points, essentially. Two just one-shot mistakes, but they're up in penalties here in the second half. They've had a turnover. And they got to tighten up ship a little bit. East Providence will go to the line. I don't know how the ball got there. Already under a minute left in this third quarter, but it's been all East Providence. Credit them coming out of the locker room and playing football. Hands it off this time. No, he kept it. He hides it pretty good. And all day, I thought he was going to be doing that all day. I just think he waited a little too late. I really do. That's what he does. That's his thing. And he only did it once in the first half, maybe. And I still haven't seen a pitch out to the outside. So maybe that's not a part of it. It's essentially a triple option, old school. Quadruple, really, with the option that he chose for that touchdown, which is pull it back and follow immediately. Because your other is take it around the edge or pitch. So you have fullback, yourself, edge, pitch. It's 4 choices. And that wasn't working in the first half. And I don't know what's going on now. Play it down. There's a break in the action, so... Oh no, third quarter in the books. And 55-13 Bulldogs heading into the fourth. We'll flip sides and be right back.
When your business banks with Washington Trust, you have access to convenient digital tools and branches statewide. Best of all, there's always a person to answer your questions. So you get decisions fast, because they're made locally. Washington Trust understands Rhode Island businesses. After all, we're one too. Open any business checking account and get a $250 bonus. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And the Bulldogs crash. Whistle's blown, and then the one Bulldog was a little too early. Something sounds a little off. And that should be enough for a free first down for the Townies. And the Bulldog fans and cheerleaders have everything going. They're happy. Why wouldn't you be? Friday night, fourth quarter, and you're up by 42. And in the backfield, gets by one. Not the rest of them. Holy smokes. Cummings in on it. Karen in on it. Hill in on everything. The Bulldogs haven't allowed the edge to become even a part of this ball game. This East Providence team has not gotten around the edge maybe one time in the entirety of the game. That completely breaks down their offense, and it condenses it pretty much to wing to wing, slot to slot, whatever you want to call them, tackle to tackle even. And that's caused a major problem. A little confusion on D, and they're going to come out after him. Pitch out there. Hey, they finally heard me and made the pitch. And they followed their rules and took him down. Number 3 on the stop. Michael Gervasini for the Bulldogs. What they're doing here in the second half is what they do, sort of. And I just didn't see that in the first half at all out of them. They're going to know after watching this film what approach they should have come out with. Bulldogs running a 4-man front. Williams on the near side, Hill on the far side, and so we're looking at Radbird's pretty much an outside linebacker. Brimlow at linebacker. Devin Smith at linebacker. Motion. He's got it. Take him down, they do. It'll be enough for a first down, though. It'll move the chains. So the second half definitely slid by a little quicker than the first, boy, especially if you're a Townie fan. But this thing has been all Bulldogs. But they've made a few mistakes. They have. It's hard to say that when you're looking at the scoreboard and being like, geez, give them a break. I am giving them a break, absolutely. But it'll be frustrating because this team definitely has the pieces needed to end the season on top. So I think they know that too. I know their coaches know it. Nice job on D right there. Number 2 for the Bulldogs, been active defensively. And Brimlow's had a great game. Townies, second down. One wide receiver to the wide side. One back in the backfield. Motion to the wide side. Pitch to the motion. He's got it, and he's able to get around the corner out there. I don't know how you let him get around then, and they do. And that'll be a first down right around the 5-yard line. It's a quiet venue. It's eerie in my ears. There's not a lot of cheering going on, but there's no quitting this Townie team. And big hit by Calvin Hill in the backfield. Holy smokes. Welcome home. And that is the Hammer Time Hammerhead hit of the day. And he'll get a break. That backed him up 5 yards. And hand off to the deep man. Oh, he's got it. Play action. Throws to the corner of the end zone. And incomplete. As we see, we are under the 6-minute mark, and we're going down by 5-second intervals, apparently. Third and goal to go here for the Townies. And there's a little counter action, the first counter of the day, and it didn't go. Frustration there. Bulldogs have essentially shut down. Fourth and goal from the 11 for the Townies. Townies take the line of scrimmage. It's been a very clean game, which is something that you're always happy to see, and that you find generally in Bulldog events. Play action, rolling, trying the same thing. Back corner of the end zone. Pin, almost picked off. Almost picked off, batted away though. And that will give the Bulldogs the ball. First and 10, 4 minutes to go, and they're going to run that clock, so not much left of this one. The Bulldogs came, they played, they conquered. There are things to work on, but overall, what you see is glimpses of just beautiful football. You really do. This team is a talented team. They'll hit you right in the mouth, but at the same time, they got a finesse game. Their offense, whew. Landon Usro with another fantastic game. Accuracy just off the charts. Decision-making off the charts. Hill has it. They didn't need him to run the ball very much here tonight, but everything that they needed him to do, Calvin Hill I'm referring to, he did. Whether it was blocking the backfield, whether it was a play action, whether it was an actual run, whether it was a route out of the backfield, and most importantly, at the defensive end spot, he was a monster. Completely shut down one half of the field on the Townies. And we have a timeout on the field here, 3:17 to go. Quarter number 4. We'll go to one of our last breaks here while we can, and we'll be right back for the finale.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Plays here. Way outside of 3 minutes, so you can't kneel. You got to play. And a timeout by East Providence. All right. The team doesn't even want to run back off the field to come back on. Peculiar timeout. We are about a 3-minute mark, 3:17. Been a quiet second half. That's generally the case after an explosion that the Bulldogs created in the first half. But credit to the East Providence Townies. They did not quit. They came out. They played much more of their game. The game I scouted out, they didn't employ until the fourth quarter and down by 50. I don't know. I'm going to go to bed wondering why tonight. And then when they did get to it, they had a little bit of success. So what could have been, could have, would have, should have. Bulldogs weren't having it. 2 nights in a row. How lucky am I? I got to watch state championship caliber, high expectation volleyball team sweep and victory to go to 5-0. And we got a Bulldog team with high state championship hopes and aspirations for this season, and the best quarterback in the state on the field. So what is happening? Another timeout? 3:03 to go, and it seems that strategy is now extremely important. They're running the clock, so it's not a timeout there. This is kind of a mercy shot here. So the Bulldogs have to play less offense, essentially. Bulldogs come out, near side. And now we're into 3 minutes, and we will play a little bit more football. He gets it and hands it off out of the backfield. And nice run, still on his feet. Gets around the edge, still on his feet. And all the way out to the 40-yard line, a gain of 30. The Bulldogs after the back-to-back timeouts, but they're going to keep it moving. It's been a good one. It's been exciting, but it's only been exciting if you're a Bulldog fan. Definitely not one of those games that comes down to right now what happens. Right now you just want to see everybody get up and hear the horn. Twins to the short side of the field. Handoff out of the backfield, and it's cut up the middle. And the Bulldogs will get a first down. A nice 11-yard run by Jacob Macera, freshman for the Bulldogs. And this is just about it, folks. We're running down on plays here. One more play in the knee. And this ball game's in the books. And the Bulldogs came and they just came on fire. Played a great half of football and a pretty good second half. because it's hard. You can't never match that first half that was all exciting and explosive because it's not the way the game's played. You're not going to come out with that same offensive game plan in the second half, or necessity, or approach, whatever you want to call it. Hand off to Macera, still on his feet. He's going to get taken down the line of scrimmage. So you can't really grade him that way, but there were a few mistakes. There was a turnover and a couple little things in the second half they got to work on. But, man, they're going to go on a Friday night to head across the state to East Providence. Their stadium, their fans, 55-13, and that's kind of sitting down on 2 drives and not really going for any points. The Bulldogs did at the end of the game here. Husserl's day is over. Logan Unckery's in. He's been in for 2 possessions. Number 20 comes running in. That's my man Ryan Waddington. Love watching that kid. Macera again. And he cuts it up the middle, reverses his field, waits for his block, and there's a flag down. Great run. And he is going to get hit hard. There should be another flag down, no? Let's see what we do here. 8 seconds left. The game can't end because there's a flag. So that'll probably all come back. And they'll take a knee. And it'll go in the books as a Bulldog victory. And that'll make the Bulldogs 2-1 overall, 1-0 in the division. And that is it. He lifts the cap. Ball game is over, folks. And what a half of football was fantastic. It was unbelievable. There's always a little bit of a drought in the second half in a game like this. But, man, oh, man, the Bulldogs, they're teasing us because they're showing us how good they can be. And it's so early in the season that they can reach the top of the mountain. They know it. They just got to stick together and just try to get better every week. And Coach Mazzato and staff has got them on point early. And those 2 early tests that he gave them on their schedule, they were brilliant scheduling choices. Bulldogs shut them down. My player of the game is going to go to Calvin Hill III, without a doubt. And it's people might say when they look at his rushing yards total, it's not 180 rushing yards, even receiving yards. He did everything that was necessary of him, and he cut down the outside third of his side of the field the entire game. And he had the hit of the game too. So for those reasons, that I'm going to call him out as my player of the game. There's going to be multiples, but I'm going to spread it out. Great job, great addition. There was some new numbers in. I got some good playing time. Number 67, Kalen Bradford, had a great game. He played more of a linebacker spot, defensive end, and again, cut down that outside. They didn't gain any yards off the edge until the fourth quarter. All that being said, Bulldogs are going to go home happy on the bus. They're going to move to 2-1, and they're going to head to Portsmouth next week, where we'll bring it to you. I am the voice, Greg Moreno. We are 321 Media, and that's all for me tonight, folks.